most people, this is just a random gate, but to a small group of obsessed runners, this is the finish line to what some consider the toughest race in the world. Since the race started in 1986, out of more than 1,000 people starting the race, only 20 have finished.
There's nothing in the military I did that was this hard.
It's called a 100-miler. It is known to be at least 130 miles. The latest stats that were sent through was that this race had a total of 133,000 feet of climbing and descent.
And as of 2023, no woman had even come close of finishing the Barkley marathons in the 60-hour cutoff time. But that year, a woman named Jasmin Paris went further than any woman has gone.
At the same time, I'm a mum, I've got a career, a full-time job, and I've got 2 small children who are the most important thing in my life.
And after a grueling 40 hours, being one of the last 5 runners left, Jasmin didn't finish, but she showed what might be possible.
I feel like that the 100 is still in reach.
Yeah.
And Jasmin wouldn't let this be the end of her story.
Yeah, I think I would just find it exciting when you test yourself against something that when you don't know whether it's possible.
Determined to do the impossible, Jasmin started training for her 3rd attempt at the Barkley marathons.
I actually went to bed at 8 p.m, got up at midnight, went out at 1 a.m. in a rainstorm, which was actually a snowstorm when you got to the top of the hill, and I just did like 8.5 hours of hill reps, and then I just did my usual thing of taking the kids swimming at 10:30. I went there just this year with this conviction that I could do it. It was possible. I had it in my head that was a target. It was about 32 hours to do the first 3 loops, so that I would have maybe 14 hours to do each of the last 2. And certainly the last 6 hours I was counting every minute.
Repeatedly had to kind of go to that place that was far beyond my comfort zone.
With a few kilometres to go, I'd say that I just gave everything.
Suddenly was like, actually, you might not make this. I was so exhausted and so desperate to just walk and breathe that it was really hard. It was really hard to keep moving, and I couldn't almost believe that I was still managing to do it.
There was this added sort of element of people saying a woman couldn't finish, and I was a bit like, well, watch me. From the bottom of the hill, I was really digging the very depths of the barrel.
I'm going to push, and I'm either going to collapse or I'm going to make it to the gate. I'm just going to give it 100% of everything.
You've given all this effort to it, maybe sacrifice some mornings in bed with the children and so on, and that's added motivation. I went to Barkley 3 times, it took 3 attempts. The first 2 times, in fact, I failed because I was going there to try and finish. But I just learned from that, kept working at it, and didn't give up on the dream. So I think in life, it's just being able to kind of cope with that failure, learning from the mistakes, working hard, and then believing that something's possible. I think that's, I guess, the message I'd like to give to the next generation.